think Bud beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fight. With skills. Yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing is hard for Canelo. That high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hook. I think Bud is.
Kidding me? Take that question back. Yeah, why? Because you're talking about Crawford. Yeah. He's playing weight classes. He's the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared?
I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, but I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
Yeah, I know you said like he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
Boxing experts aren't just backing Terence Crawford to challenge Canelo Álvarez. They believe he'll stop him. The consensus among insiders is clear. Crawford's blistering speed, razor-sharp ring IQ, and deceptive power could be too much for the Mexican icon. Some are even going as far as to predict the exact outcome, a knockout in the 9th round. With such a bold forecast gaining traction, fans and analysts are preparing for what might be one of the most shocking upsets in boxing history.
We have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. Alright? Crawford, pound for pound #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Terence Crawford is convinced that none of Canelo Álvarez's past opponents measure up to his level of skill, and that, he says, gives him a clear edge. Speaking on the 4 Pound Pound podcast, Crawford boldly stated, I've got the speed over Canelo. I've got the reach. I've got the better boxing skills. All those guys you named, none of them are as skillful as me. The difference in skill is night and day. While he acknowledges Canelo's strength and size, Crawford argues that raw power isn't enough to beat him. He points to his superior footwork, ring intelligence, and ability to adapt as the real deciding factors. Confident in his game plan, Crawford says he doesn't need a knockout to win. He just needs to outbox Canelo and prove he's the more complete fighter when they meet on September 13th.
I got the speed over. I got the reach over. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously.
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot. But all those guys that you named is not as skillful as him. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is nice.
So how do you see a fight?
It's a tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this. Been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too.
Former sparring partner Corin Davis highlighted the looming physical gap between the two fighters, warning that no matter how skilled Crawford is, size and body type could ultimately decide the fight. Abel Sanchez, the former trainer of Gennady Golovkin, echoed that concern, suggesting Crawford's leap up 2 weight classes might prove costly, especially if Canelo lands his signature body shots cleanly. However, not everyone sees it that way. Renowned boxing minds like Teddy Atlas and Shannon Briggs are backing Crawford's superior ring IQ. Atlas went as far as to say that Crawford operates on a different level when it comes to adaptability and strategic execution, making him a real threat despite the size disadvantage.
It's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford was Canelo Álvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? Greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can carry it, but those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Teddy Atlas, while giving due credit to Canelo Álvarez's achievements and talent, believes Terence Crawford operates on an entirely different level, calling him something truly special. Atlas observes that although Canelo remains a formidable opponent, he no longer dominates the way he once did. His recent performances hint at a decline in physical sharpness, with less of the explosiveness and dynamic energy that once defined him. Crawford, on the other hand, continues to perform at the highest level. His speed, precision, and exceptional ring IQ have remained intact, showcasing a level of tactical brilliance and athleticism that clearly sets him apart from the rest of the field.
Everyone, we are one week removed from Canelo Álvarez, the 168-pound King's title defense versus William Skull. Now that we've had a week to digest it, I just want to get your early thoughts. Las Vegas, Nevada, Legion Stadium, Terence Crawford versus Canelo Álvarez at 168 pounds. Let's just hear your early thoughts and your preview for this mega fight.
Pretty much the same as it was a long time ago when they first announced this fight, and everybody thought I was crazy, which they often think. What are you going to do? They thought I was whatever. Come on. I like Crawford. I like Crawford then, I like him now. I liked him before Canelo looked not so good in his last fight, obviously. I thought it was going to be... I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm, but chilly cold, where you can see things other people don't see and react to it. I know he didn't have a great performance when he moved up to 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult style.
Former world champion Amir Khan has shared his insight on the upcoming clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez, offering a unique perspective as someone who has faced Canelo in the ring and sparred with Crawford. Khan believes Crawford holds the advantage when it comes to speed, ring intelligence, and adaptability. Canelo's got power and experience, no doubt, Khan said. But Crawford is the most complete fighter I've ever seen. He praised Crawford's ability to switch stances effortlessly, control range with precision, and make real-time adjustments mid-fight. Khan noted that while Canelo is especially dangerous in the early rounds, it's Crawford's timing, accuracy, and boxing IQ that make him increasingly dangerous as the fight wears on. In his view, Crawford's versatility and strategic brilliance could ultimately tip the scales in what's shaping up to be a historic showdown.
Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't have hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you could see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Renowned boxing trainer Stephen "Breadman" Edwards recently broke down why he believes Terence Crawford would come out on top in a showdown with Canelo Álvarez. According to Edwards, Crawford's ability to make real-time adjustments inside the ring is something Canelo has never truly had to deal with. Crawford is a master of timing and distance, Edwards explained. He doesn't need to overpower Canelo, he just needs to outthink him. And he will. Edwards highlighted that Canelo has historically struggled with smart, mobile fighters like Floyd Mayweather and Dmitry Bivol, traits Crawford possesses in abundance. He also emphasized Crawford's elite conditioning and ruthless finishing ability, especially in the later rounds. Stylistically, Crawford is a nightmare for Canelo, Edwards concluded. I think he stops him late.
Crawford's adjustment fights are so underrated. He is a master adjuster. He finds something in every fight and just goes with it. That last fight, people talk about he struggled. You know what he found that last fight? A simple jab. He just start beating the guy up with a jab. He finds something in every fight. And he don't fight a lazy fight. Canelo, for as good as he is, he hasn't stopped anybody since 2021. 4 years. You know why? Because he gets a little tired and gets like a little bit completion. He's a power puncher.
Stephen A. Smith believes Canelo Álvarez is making a critical mistake by taking on Terence Crawford. He cautions that Crawford's exceptional speed, sharp ring IQ, and ability to adapt on the fly make him a dangerously unpredictable opponent, one that Canelo may not be fully prepared for.
He's wrong. Let it go. Paulo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small. No doubt boxing skills are sublime. No doubt he's pound for pound one of the best on the planet Earth. Crawford is the real deal. The real deal. And him and Charlo is the fight I want to see. Him and Charlo is the right fight I want to see. But y'all gonna stop holding it against Charlo. When you hit somebody and you know you can't hurt them and they keep coming, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Jeff Mayweather, veteran trainer and uncle of Floyd Mayweather, has praised Terence Crawford's technical brilliance but offered a word of caution ahead of his potential clash with Canelo Álvarez. Speaking to Essentially Sports, Jeff described Crawford as a world-class technician with a slick, switch-hitting style that's difficult to solve. However, he warned that moving up 2 weight classes to super middleweight is no small challenge. Weight is something you've got to deal with, Jeff noted, emphasizing that while Crawford's speed, ring IQ, and defensive instincts give him a strong shot, Canelo's size, power, and vast experience in big fights can't be overlooked. He stressed that Crawford may have the edge in pure skill, but this fight won't be won on talent alone. It's going to come down to the game plan, Jeff said. Bud has to fight smart. This isn't a fight to go toe-to-toe.
It's kind of tough, but if anybody can do it, I think it would be Terence Crawford. I mean, skill-wise, I think he's a better fighter than Canelo, but Canelo's also a great fighter but owns that weight class that he's in. So I would just say that I think that Crawford has to fight almost a perfect fight to win, and take advantage of Canelo's mistakes.
Yeah, so we have, is it almost kind of a battle of, we have 2 guys, obviously the best, 2 of the best 3 or 4 boxers in the sport, regardless of weight class, but, which one is closer to the version of their prime, right? They're both getting older. I mean, they're both still, very, very good at this point, but, do you think maybe one of them it's time for them to start falling off, and that might be the difference in this fight, that one starts to trail off?
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, both guys are aging, and you never know. You never know when they're going to show their age. So it could be either one of them does that. But I mean, I just lean to a Crawford because he has so many skills, and I mean, I just see that him possibly winning the fight by decision, but he could also lose close decision.